So I grew up in a large joint family, and my early stages of education till about graduation was largely shaped by what my elder siblings and cousins were following. I obviously had aspirations to study further, but I wasn't sure what career path to pursue. My dad was a practicing CA, but in all honesty, I wasn't really inclined towards it. So, and back then, and I'll keep referring to back then because it's been 20 years now. Back then, I think the next available option or the default choice was to pursue a master's, right? And so I enrolled for the MBA entrance exam, and I also started doing my master's in commerce just as a backup option. Um, so interestingly, my internship in the first year of MBA was in finance and research domain and not even in HR. But somewhere I wasn't really, convinced. Thereafter, I got another opportunity to do internship in the HR domain, and I started leaning towards it. During the internship, I realized that, and then obviously you are much younger, and you are also moldable, and you also absorb a lot of things faster. So I realized that HR played a very critical role in shaping an organization's success by fostering an environment that enables employees to thrive, and shaping their careers, of course. So during my second year of MBA, right? And I'll be now, I'd like to now focus on a few of the challenges that back then we were facing. When selecting my specialization back 2 decades ago, the available options were very limited. So, nevertheless, I was drawn to fields that emphasized on human development and human management. I believed and I still believe that organizations are built around people and not the other way around, right? So the intricate sort of dynamics of workplace relationships, the psychology of employee, what motivates employees, the impact of the organization culture of performance. So this really sparked my interest. It piqued my interest, and I started exploring HR as a potential career option then. I consulted my professors back then, and I was advised that though HR is an uncharted territory, it is definitely a sunrise sector. And given my inclination, which I had already started developing, the internship and my own research, I decided to take it up. One of the primary challenges I faced was the lack of a clear and a structured path for entering the field, right? Because unlike some other professions with well defined educational and career trajectories, access to specialized HR programs, certifications, your digital learning platforms was not as prevalent then. So, and this can be attributed to the fact that HR was at a very nascent stage, and hence, as a discipline, it was still evolving. So, when I began my studies, HR was often seen as a support function rather than as a strategic partner in business. Additionally, there was lack of technology tools that are now so critical and integral to HR processes, right? Which makes data communication and management easier. So I was fortunate to have dedicated professors for every subject area in that particular domain. And I had access to insightful sort of lectures from experienced professors who not only taught us the theory but also shared with us, real life applications and case studies, and their guidance was sort of invaluable. In fact, I also my first job that I did, and the back then was my first ex boss was also my ex professor from my MBA days. So that was an interesting a turn of events, and we also had access to a robust library in my college, right? So we had plethora of options of books and research papers that somewhere provided the foundational knowledge in business and HR per se. So, in summary, I think the resources that I had and the challenges I faced during my education and early stages played a sort of a pivotal role in shaping my career in HR.